Well, easy for them to say when they're not the ones having to carry you.
Hey, don't say that. I've been working out. And anyway, we're trying to welcome our guests to typical Dutch tradition.
Easy for them to say when they're not the ones.
Whoa, what an audience.
Oh, damn.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Well then.
Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you today
to the leaving ceremony of the graduating class of 2018.
We hope that you had a wonderful time yesterday evening visiting our school.
And that we may equally entertain you this afternoon.
But first, we would like to introduce ourselves. My name is Bruin.
And I'm Niels. And we're both part of the leaving ceremony team. We'll be your masters of ceremony for this event.
Neither of us are terribly funny, but we will attempt to make jokes. So please do not hesitate to laugh or clap whenever you hear us attempt.
And now, please welcome us.
No. Niels, check if they're ready first.
Lydia, is everyone ready? Oof. I guess they're ready. Perfect.
Well then, all friends, siblings, grandparents, parents, and all guests,
we ask you to rise and put your hands together for this year's leaving class.
Leaving class of 2018, you may be seated.
Class, we hope there is no need to introduce ourselves.
I'm sure you can all imagine how hard my dear Niels prepared for this speech.
And the extensive research Bruin did on her favorite website, WikiHow.
Although UWC always seeks for complete diversity, it seems that both of today's Masters of Ceremony are French.
We can, however, assure you that you will not be crushed by endless Zinedine Zidane references or French Revolution references. Zidane, legend.
We would also like to introduce and thank the team working hard behind the stage, Darcy, Karen, Lydia, Dasha, and Abdul.
And last but not least, Joke, Darcy, and all the volunteering staff.
We would now like to welcome on stage Head of College,
Lodewijk van Oord.
Dear parents, dear homestay families, dear colleagues, dear students, dear guests, dear dignitaries, dear friends. It is a great pleasure to welcome you this afternoon in this spectacular location to celebrate the graduation of our class of 2018. I will soon discover how strange it is to address a class that is sitting behind me, but I will do my best. A special welcome today to Provincial Minister Joost van der Akker. As many of you know, the province of Limburg has been a supporter of UWC Maastricht from the very beginning and continues to support us in very generous ways even today. Also a special welcome to Samia Al-Tabari, who is the CEO of the Horizon Foundation. Over the last 12 years, the Horizon Foundation has been a very loyal partner of the UWC movement, providing scholarships to students from conflict areas in the Middle East and Asia, including 2 students graduating today. I am under very strict orders to keep my address this afternoon as concise and to the point as possible. Or, as Maurice or John would say, if this were the exam hall, my time remaining is 5 minutes. So, dear class of 2018, you are behind me. I will be looking in front of me as well, but I'm addressing you at the moment. Your IB exams are over. In other words, you have stopped writing. You have closed your examination papers, and you have drawn a line through any work you do not wish to be marked. There are no more session numbers to fill in, no more answer booklets or cover sheets to complete. All of this now belongs to the past. Your exam scripts, as we speak, are couriered to examiners all around the world. As we sit here, those examiners are trying to make sense of all the things you have written. And all you can do is sit and wait. To be precise, and I calculated this morning, you will have to wait another 48 days before your final results come out. Because on the 6th of July, at 12 noon GMT, you will be able to log into an IB website and find out how you have done. And then you will cheer, or not. But let's hope today that you will cheer. Of course, 48 days is a very long time if all you are doing is sitting and waiting. Could you perhaps make better use of this time? So here is my suggestion. In the next 48 days, forget about the IB. Try to forget about the IB. Don't worry about what results you might get. Not only because there is literally nothing to be done, but more importantly, because you know that none of the really important things in life can be measured in a single number between 0 and 45. So please use the next days to think about other things. Think about all the things you have done at UWC Maastricht that have nothing to do with the IB. Take time to reflect upon your engagement with people from all around the world and from all walks of life. Take time to reflect on how you contributed your part in making and shaping the school community. Think about how you contributed to the city of Maastricht and to the wider Limburg region in your service projects and your activities. And consider how you have tried and perhaps succeeded in pursuing a more peaceful world. In other words, have you truly embraced the many opportunities offered to you? Have you taken initiative, learned how to think critically, experienced with teamwork and collaboration, and have you volunteered when you were called to do so? Has UWC Maastricht equipped you with the maturity and the courage and the resilience to take action when needed? Hopefully and undoubtedly, your answer to some of these questions is yes. For many of you, your time at UWC Maastricht will have felt like a rush. Whether you have spent 2 years at our school, or 5, or 7, or even 15, time will have passed very quickly. It was probably over before you noticed. Strangely, one of the things we often don't have time for at UWC is taking time. But now you can take all the time you want. As a start, you'll get 48 days. If your answer to some of my earlier questions was indeed yes, then you can be sure that your UWC experience will not end today. In many ways, this remarkable experience is only about to begin. As you move on to whatever happens next, we invite you to stay in touch with the school. Let us know how your life is taking shape. Share your stories with us and visit us whenever you return to Maastricht. Dear class of 2018, thank you for your presence and for all your contributions to our school and to the wider community. Class of 2018, let your ride begin. I wish you all the best for the future. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Lodewijk, for this amazing speech. It's a wonderful way to open the ceremony.
After months of extensive research on the Netherlands, the team decided that the best possible theme for this year's ceremony would be
bicycles.
And due to the lack of extensive metaphors on the theme, we'd like to start you off with this note.
Let's begin the ride. And now we would like to invite the member of the provincial executive, Mr. Van den Akker.
Thank you very much, dear moderators, dear students, Mr. van Oord, Alderman Mr. Jongen, ladies and gentlemen. It's an honor for me, as relatively new Regional Minister of Economic Affairs and Knowledge Infrastructure of the province of Limburg, to address you here for such an audience and such beautifully dressed graduates for this leaving class ceremony of the United World College 2018. And honestly, I feel a bit like you. Because as a student, when I came here to Maastricht, it was for me completely such a surprise to be and to enter an unknown city without hardly knowing any people and going to study and look for new challenges, new developments. But also currently I feel a bit like you in those 48 days in between, because as I ended up as regional minister by surprise about a month ago to succeed my predecessor Twan Burskens, who went to the municipality of Venlo, I just submitted my PhD on European integration referendums to the Supervisory Committee of the University of Twente. And I still don't know whether I succeeded or not. But the good piece of advice by Mr. van Oord was go to do something completely else that you don't have to think about your exam. And that's what I'm going to do now. So spending this afternoon with you here, I think, is one of the greatest things one can do. But also I would like to share some legacy, which you could take by taking away from the Maastricht region as a kind of goodie bag. And that reminds me also when I started studying here as a student at Maastricht University. I didn't visit United World College, unfortunately. I was a graduate from a grammar school in the western part of the Netherlands. In 2004, just after finishing my own exams, exactly at those days between Ascension Day and Pentecost. I came here to study European Studies, a program which was introduced in this city of Maastricht as a kind of legacy of the Maastricht Treaty, signed here 25 years ago, entered into force 25 years ago, and which was announced here in this very hall at the MEC, the Maastricht Exhibition and Congress Center, on the eve of the 11th of December 1991, by the European leaders, the 12 heads of state and government at the time of the European communities. And in 2004, at the introduction program of Maastricht University, Helmut Kohl was one of the guest speakers, one of the founding fathers of the European Union, to open the academic year of Maastricht University. And that made quite an impression on me, because why would a person from the Netherlands, from the western part of the Netherlands, study in Maastricht? Well, actually, because I didn't want to become the 10,000 political science students in Dutch political systems, but I looked for some new developments. Think about the world developing in those days, or still dreaming, some were dreaming of a federal Europe at the time. Euroscepticism wasn't there, the Euro crisis wasn't there, but Europe was in change. We were dreaming of a European constitution. So it was more challenging to look for an international study environment. So ending up with 70% German students speaking English and German all of the time and a little bit of Dutch in between, joining a rowing association, joining an international university orchestra, and also organizing conferences by yourself, like you organized this conference yourself as well. But it's also important to integrate, and integrating from western part of the country to the southeastern part of the country probably isn't a big step as you took, but still it can go relatively quickly. When I took driving lessons and I went for my exam the first year, after 40 minutes, my examiner asked me, oh, you didn't come up from this part of the country, because they were talking in dialect to me all the time, and apparently I went the right way, so everything went out well, and I passed. The important legacy, of course, is of the Maastricht Treaty also contributed to the establishment of the United World College here in 2009. The reason that the State University of Limburg changed its name into Maastricht University. Several European programs like European Law, European Studies, United University College actually are proof that Maastricht is selling its international environment. And actually the very foundation of the university and these education institutions are the savior of the transformation of a former heavily industrialized mining region into a new international economic open region. And in that way, this international study environment also prepares you for the international labor market, but also prepares this environment to grow. And one of the roles of the province of Limburg is to foster economic development, but also foster higher education. We have been doing that by developing campuses, not only here in Maastricht, like here the Maastricht Health Campus at the Academic Hospital, but also chemistry campuses, the former DSM, the current DSM area in Sittard-Geleen, the Smart Services Campus in Heerlen, and the Agriculture and Foods Campus in Venlo. Higher education and internationalization turned to be the savior of this region, not only in the 1970s, but also during the economic crisis of the last decade. Precisely when UWC was founded here in Maastricht, we strengthened economic development by our economic structure by campus development, by linking education, research, innovation, and business development, and government support in order to create jobs and innovation for small and medium-sized enterprises. But also logistics. The province of Limburg is one of the largest logistic hubs in this cross-border region, and a lot of distribution centers have come about over the last years, and now the challenge is to make sure that one can arrive on time, that we get the packages on time and we get all the lorries on time to distribute them. And the only way to do that is by opening up borders, fostering cooperation, trade and exports to Germany and Belgium, particularly to Flanders and North Rhine-Westphalia. And of course, this demands a lot of low, but also high-skilled labor migrants. Low and high-skilled blue and white-collar workers. And that is what United World College provide as attractive pull factor to parents to settle here in Maastricht. Some pieces of advice before I come to a conclusion. When you go and you're going to discover the world, stay close to your own values. Use your talents. And also follow your heart. In order to prevent that you end up with your lonely planet, also make friends where you're going to. Join associations, sports clubs, play music if you can. But also join faculty and university councils. Extracurricular activities will turn out to be of extraordinary importance for your future career or even your lifespan. So in that way, serve your host country's public environment and take the challenges ahead for your future generation. To conclude, therefore, I would like to wholeheartedly thank the staff of United World College for transferring the right skills, excellent knowledge, and also thank the guest parents for contributing to the hospitality of this region, its openness, and taking care of bringing up such culturally diverse, bright group of youngsters. Finally, I would like to thank you, students, for coming to Maastricht and spending a couple of years during such a shaping period of your life. Please become ambassadors of this Maastricht region and be always welcome to return and to visit, to work, to study, or to live here. I wish all of you lots of joy and success, also tonight when you're going to party, but for sure, wherever you go. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. van den Akker, for these kind words and for joining us on this joyous day. And now for musical interlude by our talented leaving class. Please welcome on stage.
Performing Don't Know Why, the second year music class. for this amazing performance.
And now we would like to welcome on stage Ann McBride, the chair of the Parent Support Group.
Thank you.
Thank you, Prune and Niels. Good afternoon, and again, welcome to this fantastic celebration of the class of 2018. I personally am honored to be a part of your celebration. The PSG, Parent Support Group, includes all of the parents and guardians of students here at UWC Maastricht, whether day or residential. As the chair of the board, I would just like to take a moment, if I may, from your celebration, to say an extra thank you to all the wonderful day student parents and guardians, some who are here today, for your generosity throughout the year. Thank you for being bakers, chefs, and purchasers of store-bought goods, chauffeurs, crafters extraordinaire, teachers, counselors, good listeners, chatters, carers, step-parents, and B&Bs, and sometimes for doing them all simultaneously, of course, not while driving. You really are an invaluable part of the UWC community. And an extra thank you to the parents who have given up their Friday and Saturday to serve you last night and today. So I would ask that you please take a moment while you're enjoying your coffee and cake at the reception after this ceremony to greet these wonderful volunteers and introduce yourselves. Maybe your students spent the night at their home, had dinner at one of their tables, worked together with them on Halloween, International Fair, or one of our other events. To the leaving class, I would also like to say thank you. Our capricious relationship with the DP students has taken a major turn for the better this year. And we owe this to a fellow PSG member who also happens to be our supercalifragilisticexpialidocious Director of Secondary, Tom Oden. In collaboration with two delightful young gentlemen, Shrey Regmi and Stefano Santori, along with the Student Council and all the DPs, we have enjoyed a marvelous year working together. Thank you all for enriching our lives by giving a helping hand, sharing your wonderful cultures, your stories, your ideas, and above all, your enthusiasm. Take your experience here in Maastricht with you and continue to share your gusto with the world. We're counting on you to spread the amazing UWC mission and values wherever you go. Don't forget to keep in touch and come back and visit someday. You are always welcome. We are honored to have met you, and we wish you only the best in your personal and professional lives ahead. Congratulations to you all. Well done.
Thank you very much, Ann McBride, for the speech.
And now for the moment for which we have all been gathered here today.
From every corner of the world.
The certificate ceremony for the leaving class of 2018.
And we now therefore would like to invite our head of college, Lodewijk van Oord, Tom Oden, and our two head of years, Marcus Velsman and Saskia van Kampen.
As well as our talented name readers, Darcy, Lydia, and Abdul.
We would also just like to apologize in advance if we say any of the names wrong. We like tried our hardest to, you know, get them in our heads, but we make mistakes. Our first tutor group is G1, accompanied by Gil Moy.
I would like to invite Ria Agarwal.
Madeline Amy Clark.
Valdrin Halidyaha.
Chloe Axel Tilly Hermans.
Tomás Francisco Quiteira.
Abdul Rahman Musa Nahar.
We would now like to invite G2, accompanied by Larissa Stutterheim.
I would like to have Zain Al-Sharif. Arabi Al-Shumi.
Denise I. Toulounege.
Cian Bodelón Ruibal. Tuan Kroll. And Ji Young Lee. We would now like to have G3, accompanied by John Simpson.
Hannah Elise Predero. Willow Chen.
Emile Cogni.
Luka Dmitrievich.
Lucia Dominguez Zapata. Claire Hillis.
Have to go faster.
Alberto Poma. Now we would like to invite G4, accompanied by Cassandra and Liz.
We will start with Beatriz Vieira. Martina Burillo.
Prayer Faith Culligan.
Sean Ewan.
Auguste Tartel.
Tahsin Shafayat Rashid.
Anna Tangian. Tutors, we would also like to remind to hug after the photo.
Next up, we have G5, accompanied by Anand Singh. We'd first like to have Oresa Ahmete. Muhammad Al-Sharif.
Leopold Dardel. Georgia Tagiatikataku.
Sisi Matus.
Dionysius Arya Nataraja.
Tena Sudic.
Next up, we will have G6, accompanied by Frédéric Aminot.
First, we have Naomi Lindsay Deleng. Max Demuhoser.
Luana Marcus Suárez. Miranda Neal.
Daniel Zeltsberg.
Our next tutor group is G7, accompanied by Dougal Ferguson.
Henri Boistel de Belois.
David Dimmick.
Adrian Garisse.
Yari Holmes.
Next we have Pim Tak.
Mariana Sarate Mendes.
We remind the audience to refrain from clapping until the end of the tutor group.
Our next tutor group is G8, accompanied by Gokche. First, we'd like to have Mariam Iqbal.
Liesel May.
Lydia Palladini.
Orlando Jose Palacio Travers.
Alexander van Gelderen.
Next up, we would like to invite G9, accompanied by John Reitzel. Valeria Garza. Leo Counts Moderini.
Julia Mati.
Maya Maroof.
Marissa Pilar Ortiz.
We would now like to invite G10, accompanied by Satyadeep Sirivastava.
Marcus DeRoy.
Hilaria de Rosa. Mariangela Liliana Fry.
UWC Liao.
Gabriela Restifo Bernstein.
Stina Wittgrok. Next we have tutor group G11, accompanied by Heather. However, Heather was unable to make it, so Marcus will take her place. Yeah.
First we have Firdaus Atabaev.
Pim Barbentlo.
Alina Hansen.
Antia Lai. Vivi Ling Wei.
Rafael Pedrosa.
Faisal Rabbani.
We would now like to invite G12, accompanied by Tine van de Wege. Tina Elisa Drupa.
Alex Eberhard. Zafir Tayar Hassan.
Juliana Mishur.
Sophie Paulson. Ariana Louisa Wichering. Xiao Ching. I think that's close.
Next tutor group is G13, accompanied by Carmine Mehta.
It's changing. It's no longer Marcus. G13, it's not Marcus, is it?
No, he says Penella.
Next one, tutor changes.
Ann Contreras.
Cayetera Yunis.
Nico Loroso.
Jaime Pacheco Reyes.
Sydney Seymour. Siem van de Kar. would now like to invite Saskia van Kempen to the stage. As well as G14, accompanied by Anne-Marie Ohms.
Up first, we have Naya Al-Sheikh Hassan. Huri Abdul Bala Kargbo.
Maxime Malo.
Hazel Parag Mehta.
Sasha Roland.
Martin van Orle.
Amanda Vismara. We would now like to invite G15, accompanied by Ludo Royan. We will start with Marilena Abramidi. Martina Floris.
Vasya Lev Kern.
Alejo Magini.
Sarah Meertens.
Abul Fazil Mohammadi. Christopher Richardson.
Marta Gabriela Sánchez Martínez.
We would now like to have G16 accompanied by Dasha. Up first we have Ali Al-Shaheen.
Tijn Krevekeur. Lynn Hameliers.
Fernanda Caladi.
Jonathan Lee. Daryl Mifsud.
Marion Nouvelon.
We would now like G17 to come to the stage, accompanied by Scott Grech Allen.
Venere D'Amico.
Ward Hornutz.
Karina Sulim.
Erik Tuschenbonner.
Paulina Gilkina. Next, we would like to call G18 to the stage, accompanied by Gijsbert de Keizer.
Up first we have Al-Wakkas Al-Balushi.
Daria Davidovskaya. Oriane Flotte de Poussol.
Jens Lloyd.
Ana Penella Suárez.
Muad Al-Ghaddafi.
Timmin Voice.
We would now like to invite G19, accompanied by Johannes. Up first we have Rama Altanani.
Siddiqui Ganame.
Sucheta Mahapatra.
Ana Morales.
Yorick William Rost Roosevelt Vreeman.
Vladimir Zdanov. Next up, we have G20 with Nikki Cooper and Nicola Jackson.
Up first we have Marwa Bahij.
Eliška Frkova.
Serge Koshian.
Sophie Minton.
Rabab Mohammad Nafi.
Alexander Pereira.
Next we have G21 accompanied by Parag Mehta.
Sara Bruzzetti.
Jeppe Damber. Alexander Helgers.
Anna Veronica Luna.
Nermeen Nurullah.
Ivria.
And Moika Suzuki.
Next we have G22 accompanied by Chiranjit Bhattacharya. Up first we have Shwenchia.
Joanna Lame.
Trevor Murambire.
Max Osenberg.
Isabel Pérez Cejuela Coca.
Erin van de Venne. We would now like to invite G23 onto stage, accompanied by Katinka Maasboom. Jacqueline Delos.
Kayla Sofia Lambis Sanchez.
Basit Mohammadi.
Mónica Saviano.
Diederik Schmetz.
Sadiq Dabir.
We would now like to invite on stage Group 24, accompanied by Michael Zambon.
First up, we have Ana Santos.
Gust Hornets.
Mira Ilieva.
Rebecca Verghese.
Shrey Regmi.
Joella Waldman.
Matea Wilhelmsen.
Alexander Bello. We would now like to invite Group 25 onto stage, accompanied by Elena Escudero.
And just for my daughter, I'm going to switch with Elena. Everything else is good. But just give us a sec.
Denise Carone.
Nisa Garti. Stefano Santori. Irem Sara.
Constantina Scarlatu.
Hannah Sky Oden. Masaki Yanai.
And now we'd like to call our last group, G26, accompanied by Brian Wright.
Ifunanya Maduka.
Kelly Ann Taylor.
Teresa Polakova.
Yanira Wale.
Thank you.
What an impressive class.
I never fully realized how many of us there were.
Thank God we didn't follow our original plan, which was to make them all come on stage by bikes.
Nobody told us that was
Oh, hello guys.
Hey.
Well, I guess this is the perfect moment to introduce
The DP1 speakers of this year's ceremony, ready to
Floris and
speak
Philippe.
on behalf of the First C community.
Good afternoon, parents, grandparents, uncles, aunts, brothers, sisters, faculty, and distinguished guests to the leaving class ceremony. Oh no, we're only kidding. We won't be doing this whole speech word by word. Don't worry about it. Today is an exciting day. We are here to celebrate the leaving class of 2018.
On behalf of the First Cs, we would like to congratulate you all for completing your years in this amazing school that we call UWC Maastricht.
You are all diehards. You have survived the IB.
Dude, wait, chill. They don't get the results until July. So technically, we don't really know if you guys graduated. But let's not talk about that before we give all the DP1s a nervous breakdown. DP2.
Right, my bad. Despite the rigorous IB program, you have faced many challenges. You have faced the challenge of sleepless nights, facial acne, and of course, Dutch weather. But despite all odds, you've managed to prevail. That deserves a round of applause.
We can now call our DP2s nearly graduates. Wow, that word sounds cool, nearly. Can you believe it? I cannot believe that you guys are already leaving us. The time went by so fast. Well, you know what they say, time flies when you're having fun. We are tremendously honored to give this speech to all of you today.
It was only a year ago that we met. Us DP1s arrived and nervous, and partially scared after you tore our ears off asking questions through that megaphone that you used. That was just a little insight into the energetic and vibrant community that you all consist of. Nonetheless, you were there waiting for us with open arms and loud music, and ready to include us in your lives.
You showed us the way when we were lost, helped us when we were struggling with school, and you always had time to talk.
While a year may seem short, we've been through so much together. The mental breakdowns in the laundry room, the comforting sound of the fire alarm at 3 a.m. in the morning, shout out to my floor Ohana for that, and for some of us, biking through the cold rain to arrive late to school.
Not only that, but you've taught us so much. You've taught us that no matter what day it is always acceptable to wear pajamas. You've taught us how to persuade teachers into extending our deadlines. And above all, you've taught us to
always look on the bright side of life. I look back fondly on some of the adventures we've been through together. Some of the memorable ones include candle night, where we would have the freedom to express ourselves in the comfort of each other's presence. Some of the more crazy adventures include the ninja game. Philippe, can you still remember the paranoia that overtook our school during the ninja game?
I remember everything. Like everybody walking with their hand under their necks trying to protect themselves, looking all stupid.
How about the fun but slightly unapproved birthday showers, where we would all come together? Or the countless Mensa parties where most of us would dance to lyrics that we don't understand. Courtesy to the Latinos who always hijack the playlist soundtrack. You know who you are.
You've been such a role model to us all by always displaying your vibrant energy on special days like LSD. That's right, parents. Your kids took part in LSD.
Philippe. Maybe explain what LSD stands for before you give all their parents a heart attack, man.
Oh, right. Sorry, my apologies. LSD just stands for last school day. Anyways, that was a day filled with so much energy and good vibes that has always rubbed off on us well, and which we have successfully managed to maintain throughout this past year. I think I can speak for all of us DP1s that you shall be missed. I feel like you are our bigger brothers and sisters, and that we all became a close-knit family together. And it's hard to let go. You've always shown us your unwavering support, and these are the relationships that are truly valuable.
Even though it is hard to see you go, this is the natural course. It is time for you to take all your wonderful experience and good-natured values into the world and make the best start to your life you possibly can. It's natural to be scared of what lies ahead, for we always fear the unknown. But do remember that change is a part of life and is something that we rely on. Change is necessary for us to strive. And always remember, no matter what, to give yourself over to absolute pleasure.
Even though we'll be a million miles away from each other, these relationships are the ones that last. These type of friendships don't require constant communication because we are bound by this strange island. When we meet again, it'll be like you guys never left. So don't forget about us, for surely we won't forget about you. We were extremely blessed to have had you as our second years, and we would count ourselves lucky if we were to be as nice as second years as you.
Let's end this speech on a high note, shall we? On behalf of the firsties, we wish you the best of luck and happiness in the future. DP2s, congratulations. You've done it.
Thank you, Floris and Philippe, for such a moving speech.
I won't lie, I shed several tears.
Several tears in yours. You cried a whole river back there.
It was beautiful, okay? Let me be.
Okay, it doesn't matter. Do you know what's the perfect way to continue with that act?
The leaving class, music class.
Without a doubt.
So please welcome on stage.
The DP2 music class.
Performing Ain't No Mountain High Enough.
Ain't no mountain.
baby. If you need me, call me. No matter where you are, no matter how far. Don't worry, baby. Just call my name. I'll be there in a hurry. You don't have to worry. 'Cause baby, there ain't no mountain high enough. Ain't no valley low enough. Ain't no river wide enough to keep me from getting to you. Remember the day I set you free? I told you you could always count on me. From that day on, I made a vow. I'll be there when you want me. Some way, somehow. 'Cause baby, there ain't no mountain high enough. Ain't no valley low enough. Ain't no river wide enough to keep me from getting to you. Oh no, darling. No wind, no rain. Oh, winter's cold. Can't stop me, baby. Oh no, baby. 'Cause you are my goal. Trouble, I'll be there on the double. Just send for me, oh baby. My love is alive, way down in my heart. Although we are miles apart, if you ever need a helping hand, I'll be there on the double, just as fast as I can. Don't you know that there ain't no mountain high enough? Ain't no valley low enough. Ain't no river wide enough to keep me from getting to you. Don't you know that there ain't no mountain high enough? Ain't no valley low enough. Ain't no river wide enough to keep me from getting to you.
Donc c'est toi qui t'as...
Thank you, DP2 music class, for that breathtaking piece. We are now sure our DP2s
Although grateful,
are tired of hearing others speak on their behalf.
we therefore welcome on stage
Timmin, Vooijs, and Anna Penella, a speech by DP2s for DP2s.
Tim and Anna.
Okay, don't worry, we're not doing a Kahoot right now. What we are doing is giving a speech on behalf of the leaving class of 2018, which we are very honored to do.
And just to lay it out for you guys, it's going to be around 5 minutes of speech, giving some cheesy advice, and there will be 3 jokes, I guess 2 which will make you laugh.
That being said, we'd like to welcome family, friends, faculty, and leavers. 8 months and 15 days since Sydney's Instagram countdown started, we are finally here. This is the first time I can stand in front of all my teachers and peers and confidently say that this is a written assignment that I completed on time. To write this speech, we did what any devoted UWC student does best. We wrote a reflection. But don't worry, this is no ordinary CAS or EE reflection. This is a reflection of the past couple of years of our lives.
Because though we are at the finish line of our UWC experience, we've merely crossed the first line of our lives. We found ourselves in a UWC limbo, where we want to move on to the next chapter in our lives, but we're so not ready to leave our DP1s yet. But now, for the first time, we get to be part of the future which we've been dreaming about. And for the first time, what our future will become is in our hands to shape and create.
That being said, I am proud to say that we've made it. After 2 years of climbing, We've reached the top of the first mountain in our lives. And now that we're up, our perspective will undergo a sudden change, as we can now look back and catch sight of everything we've gone through to get here. All the procrastinating days and sleepless nights. The stories we've lived here are the ones that we will tell our children and grandchildren, and probably also the support networks that we'll surely need after living under the same roof as so many stressed, hormonal, and sleep-deprived teenagers for the past 2 years.
However, the journey doesn't end here. From the top of this mountain, we can look ahead and see all the great opportunities and adventures that await each single one of us. Looking back, I realized that our graduation phrase, "Let the ride begin," is actually very accurate. We're about to start the ride of our lives. We often spend so much time thinking about the desperate need for endless lists of deadlines that we need shortened, or our desire to graduate is becoming stronger and stronger, that we often forget the amazing experiences we had here.
I apologize for the mention of inside jokes to all parents and guests, but I'd like to highlight the fact that 6 months from now, whether you're living alone while attending university, back at home with your friends and family, or exploring hidden corners of the world during a gap year, your life will look very differently from what it does now. For instance, you will probably have to cook for yourself every day, and once you get tired of eating plain pasta every night, you might find yourself missing the Mensa food, or even aguacases cooking in burnt plastic plates.
You will probably binge watch Netflix to entertain yourselves, rather than witnessing your global politics teacher, Giel, sing "Are You Gonna Be My Girl" from the top of his lungs during the teacher show.
And finally, you will be now going to a hair salon and paying to get a haircut, rather than being as trusting as Alberto and letting Ria shave your head into the shape of an arrow, making you look just like the Avatar. It is also important to note that we didn't get here alone, but with the help of so many people that made this journey complete. So to the leadership team, the Mensa staff,
the caretakers, and all the other people that made this experience possible, we thank you. Thank you to our teachers for helping us grow taller than we ever thought possible. And thank you to the PSG for all the miles driven, meals cooked, and events organized.
Thank you to our house parents for the advice, the guidance, and the occasional turning of a blind eye.
Marcus and Saskia, thank you for putting your own needs on hold and putting ours as the focus of your day.
Thank you to our tutors for always lending us a helping hand in times of need, especially our tutor, Gijsbert. We love you, Gijsbert. To Tom Oden, thank you for your years of dedication towards making our school a better place. You will be missed, and we hope that wherever you go, you'll find a new dojo.
Thank you, Prune, Rebecca,
Muad, Dougal,
and all those that helped us prepare this speech and make sure we wouldn't embarrass ourselves up here today.
I would also like to thank my parents for the unbelievable effort you made to be able to see me up in this stage today. I am sure many of you feel the same way. So to all family members, whether you drove 20 minutes to get here, took 3 flights across the world, or are watching us through your screen in YouTube or Facebook Live, we are grateful to have you.
Also, we'd like to thank our amazing firsties. Definitely. Without your optimism and support, I doubt any of us would be standing here in one piece today. Especially to our grad team for this year, I think without you, we wouldn't be standing here at all. Thank you.
And to our fellow second years, thank you for sticking us through the best and the worst of times. There was a time where a run at UWC seemed to have no end. But today, all of us stand here having completed between 2 to 10 years in this amazing institution. We are so fortunate to be students of a school that looks beyond the grades and instead lets us pursue our passions inside and outside of the classroom. We often forget how lucky we are to be surrounded by such a diverse, unique, and special group of people. We as a group have achieved some truly amazing things in the past, and I am sure we will continue to do so in the years to come. You have all marked my life in one way or another. And although saying goodbye is painful, I know that I will take a little part of every one of you wherever I go. As my beautiful roommate Georgia once said, we have all grown roots into the people that surround us, and I believe that we will always be able to follow those roots back to the people that we've shared these moments with.
Definitely. But as hard as it is, let's face it, our UWC bubble is about to pop. And outside of our island, the world is filled with instability, inequality, and intolerance. So now more than ever, it is up to us to spread our mission and our values. It is up to us to be change. And you, DP2s, from this day onward should thrive to not only study these inequalities, but learn from them. Use fear as a force to spread hope. Use anger as a force to spread love. And use disparity as a force to spread joy. As UWC students, we've gone through these 2 years in search of ourselves and our place in this world. And I want each of you to remember the time you've spent here, studying and examining all these different cultures and nations and ideas, and use these to create a better future for our generation and the generation thereafter and thereafter. You are the future of the youth, the front line of innovation, and the pacemakers of tomorrow's beating heart. The truth is, the world only has a limited amount of space for change makers. Though the world will never, ever have enough space for change believers, because it is those that believe in change that drive our world forward. To finish off, we'd like you to reflect upon the following.
We heard Timmin talk about all the great things that we'll do in the future, but we're gonna tell you 5 things that we will never be able to do the same way once we leave UWC and we move towards real life.
At UWC, we get a late slip from Marcus.
In real life, this is called getting fired. In UWC, brunch is a term associated with sleep-deprived teenagers in their pajamas.
In real life, it's just businessmen and mimosas. At UWC, 6 a.m. is when you go to bed.
In real life, 6 a.m. is when you get up to go to work. That was funnier when Timmin and I rehearsed it.
It was funny when we rehearsed it. Awkward, yeah.
In UWC, we celebrate our birthdays by throwing a friend into an ice-cold midnight shower.
In real life, this is called a hostile working environment. And possibly assault. And in UWC, getting into troubles means you'll hear such a deep say, nay, nay, nay.
In real life, you will just have the right to remain silent. I am sure that whatever you do with your lives is going to be amazing, and I truly hope that we can stick around long enough to witness it. But no matter where we end up, in what continent, hemisphere, or time zone, we will forever be tied by the memories we've shared. It hurts to think that there will be no more floor nights, no more trips during the breaks, no more football matches on rainy Friday afternoons, no more blurry nights at Cannon Park, or weekends spent swimming at the lake. However, I, for one, am incredibly grateful to have had the opportunity to share such moments with all of you, and I am beyond excited for all the memories we've yet to make.
Tonight will be the last time we will all be able to go to bed knowing we'll wake up the next day and see all the faces around us. And we'll be gloating about the fact that this was the best speech in UWC history.
Better than last year? Thank you all for coming to witness what we once thought impossible, us graduating. Class of 2018, you'll be greatly missed. Finally, it is time to let the ride begin. Thank you.
Thank you.
Lodewijk.
T-shirts now?
Si, après. T'inquiète pas, je l'ai.
C'est qui ça? C'est qui ça?
C'est pour personne. Je vais le mettre sur le côté.
And now, we want to ask Lodewijk to come on stage and accept this gift from the leaving class.
like to invite Marcus, Saskia, and Tom up here. We have a gift for you too. Lodewijk, we are also inviting you again.
There's another gift.
Let me go off script for a moment and say that's my roommate over there. Well, wow, just wow, like I'm about to cry, but such a deep, wherever you are, do they really have to leave?
Bruin, you know Saturday is not about to change that.
We all know he's a softie at heart. He'll probably extend it by a couple of hours.
Speaking of soft hearts,
Yeah?
it's time for the DP1 Song.
As per tradition in UWC Maastricht, the DP1s sing a final message to their DP2s through a song. Please welcome on stage Tanoush, Laura, and Marie, accompanied by the talented Jure.
This is for you,
DP2s.
Hey there, my friends, what's it like in university? We're 1,000 miles away, but friends, we wish you all the best, oh yes we do. Your future will shine bright like you, we swear it's true. Hey there, my friends, don't you worry about the distance. We're right here if you get lonely. Give this song another listen. Close your eyes. Listen to our voice and sing with pride. We're by your side. Oh, go out and change the world. 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 Out and change the world. Hey there, my friends, we know times are getting hard, but just believe us when we swear to you that we will make a change, we'll do it good. We'll have the life we knew we could. hearts are good. Hey there, dear second years, we have so much left to say. If every single word we wrote to you would take your breath away, we'd write it all. Go leave the world and stand up tall. You deserve it all. Oh, it's what you made us see. 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 1,000 miles seems pretty far, but they've got planes and trains and cars. We'd walk to you if that's the only way. Friends, we'll make sure we see you soon, to laugh and talk like we used to. It feels like we have never been apart. Dear friends, we can promise you that by the time we all get through, the world will never ever be the same. And you're to thank. Hey there, dear leavers, you be good and don't you miss us. 2 years here and now you're done with school. Soon you'll be making history like they do. We know there's so much inside you. You can do whatever you want to. Hey there, DP2s, here's to you. This one's for you. Oh, you've got the world to see. Oh, you've got the world to see. Oh, you've got the world to see. Oh, you've got the world to see.
Thank you for all your support.
Thank you. Wow, just wow, like, wow, my heart is so, like, jittery. Well, thank you, guys. Thank you, DP2s.
We hope that you felt the love, and thank each and every one of you for being the friends and the mentors that we needed.
And now, for our last and final speech, Tom Oden.
Sorry. But before we're welcoming on stage, we would like to invite you all afterwards to the reception for light refreshments.
And also remind you that the shuttles between the MEC and UWC Maastricht will be leaving between 5:15 and 6 p.m.
But before that, we would like to finish on this cheesy final note.
Leaving class of 2018,
let your ride begin.
Well, thank you very much. I think a round for our organizing team tonight, huh? What a great job. Well, thank you very much. Ann McBride, it caught me off guard. You know, parents have said a lot of things to me, but the origin is usually not Mary Poppins in my career. So that was beautiful. And usually at the moment, I'm like all the parents. The students want to hold on, and I think everybody else has said, okay, 2 hours, that's a lot. This year is different for me, I think, because of the family piece. So I'm holding a little bit. I want to thank my in-laws, Everett and Mary McLaughlin, for coming, and my wife, Rebecca, for being here. Always an inspiration to me, and my daughter, Hannah. It's, It's not easy being the director's wife. It's not easy being the principal's kid. And they're always my rock, my foundation. And I thank them very much. I also, and I think the students need to get in on this as well, I want to thank our incredible team that brings us to this moment. Our DP coordinators, Maurice, John Simpson, Pete Killam stepping in. Thank you very much. Marcus and Saskia, our DP tutors. All of our teachers, all of our staff, our residents' mentors. Yeah. All of the graduates that came back to participate today. I know you're out there. Thank you very much for being here. Yeah. That back row is getting bigger every year. And our parents and friends and partner organizations. I was fortunate to go to grad school at Brown University. At the time, it was led by a guy named Ted Sizer, who's a big fundamental person in U.S. education. And he had this phrase, and it always stuck with me, that high school is 4 walls around the future. And that we are working today in service of some unknown tomorrow. And I think those team members, sometimes it might feel to the students like their purpose is to hold you in, but I think really all they're doing is they're holding that space. They're holding that space for you to make the magic, for you to find the answers, for you to seek the path. And that's the particular moment that we're in. And what I would ask of you, I think what we would all ask of you, is that you take all the emotion of this moment, you take everything that's at this juncture with you into the future, whatever your future might be, in service to our mission, in hopes and reality of making our world a better place. And so at this time, I'd ask the class of 2018 to stand up. Please rise.
Wait.
Yeah.
There's one more thing first.
Yeah.
Sorry, Tom. I need to.
Man, I was at my moment, man.
It was. Please come up here, because sorry for the hijacking of the speech. No, don't go. Stay here. In the middle.
I really felt I was right there.
No. You're here. So, sorry everyone. This is not another speech that was made magnificently by Ann and Timmin, and this is simply a thank you to our director of secondary, Tom Oden, that is leaving this year. And this is just a thank you to an incredible figure. There has been not an orthodox institutional figure, but he was always there with us in Mensa lunch. He was always there giving some good smiles, some nice high fives before going to lessons. And I want to tell you, on behalf of the class of 2018, on behalf of the DP students community, thank you so much, Tom.
Thank you.
We have some gift as well for Tom. This is for you. With pride, yeah. That's it. And also, we have a T-shirt for from the local football team with Oden, 18, and that's for you.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, come on.
All right. Okay. All right. Wow. Well, thank you so much. All right. Let's get back to that moment. Let's get back to the real moment, okay? The moment of you, which is, look, on behalf of the school and our community, we want to thank each and every one of you for what you've given to our school. And you made us proud. We hope this is the wonderful day. We know you're never going to leave this UWC space. Hopefully it's in your heart and you're already always part of us. So on behalf of the school, we wish you all good luck. We wish you all Godspeed. And you are free to go. You're free to go. You are done. Class of 2018. Class of 2018.
Loved one like you. Man, oh man, you're my best friend. I scream it too. There's nothing that, there ain't nothing that I need. Well, hot and heavy pumpkin pie, chocolate candy, Jesus Christ. Ain't nothing please me more than you.